Hello everyone, this is Sean with the ParacordStore.com, and in this video we're going to make a single color paracord survival bracelet with a side release buckle. And so this is what our bracelet will look like at the end. We're going to use navy blue today instead of the royal blue. To get started, we're going to need just a few supplies. We need a nice sharp pair of scissors, a lighter of some kind, measuring tape or a ruler, some paracord, and a side release buckle. In this case we're using a 3/8 buckle. So once you have all your supplies together, the first thing we need to do is measure our wrist. And so we just want to take our tape measure or our ruler, just lay that down there. And the easiest way to do it is just take a piece of paracord and we're just going to wrap the cord around our wrist and kind of mark where the cord meets. And you want to make sure you have a comfortable fit. Some people like their bracelets to fit snugly. Other people like it to fit kind of loose. So just kind of get it to where you feel it's going to be comfortable for you. And just mark with your finger where the cord meets. And then you'll stretch that out against the ruler and measure that length. And that is the length that you'll need your bracelet to be. So just make a note of that somewhere in case you forget it. And next we want to find the center of our cord. So we'll just take the two loose ends, put them together, and then just pull them through our fingers until we get to the end and we find the center of our cord, and make a little loop here. And then we want to take our side release buckle. Want to open the buckle up, and we're going to start with the female end of the buckle, and take the center of your cord and just feed it down through the top of the opening there, and just pull 2 or 3 inches out to where you have a loop. Then you're just going to reach through, take the loose ends of your cord and just pull it through. Once that's through, you can take the loose ends of your cord and just pull it tight. And it should look like that. Okay, now we just want to stretch our cord on out to the end. And we want to take our male end of the buckle and do the same thing. Just feed the cord down through the opening from the top. And then take the loose ends of your cord, pull that through, back toward your female end. And so now you should have something that looks like that. Now we're going to measure our bracelet. And so I'm actually going to be making this bracelet for my son, and so his wrist measured 7 inches. And you want to measure from the flat end here of the female buckle to the base of the prongs on the male end. You don't want to measure the prongs themselves because they actually fit into the female side of the buckle. So you want to take your measurement right here at the base of the prongs. And so in my case, his wrist was 7 inches, so we're just going to slide this male end down to 7 inches there. And just kind of adjust that till you get it right where you want it. Okay, now once you've got your measurement there, you just want to kind of fold the cord underneath to where you can hold the buckle in place and keep the buckle from moving. Now we can get our ruler out of the way here. And so now you'll just kind of want to flip the bracelet over there and lay it down here where you've got the cord coming out of the top. The loose ends of the cord coming out the top. And you'll want it to kind of divide it into a right and left side. And then you've got your center cords down the middle, like so. And we're just going to start with the left hand side to start tying our knots. Now, some people refer to these knots as a cobra stitch. You'll also hear it called a Solomon bar, and there may be some other terms as well. But we're going to start with the left hand side, and I'm going to take the cord under our two center strands and over our right hand strand, and just kind of pull it till there's a little loop left here. So you go under the center strands and then over the strand on the right. Now you want to take your right strand and just kind of pull it through the loop you made. And you may need to keep the buckle kind of held down in place to keep it from moving. Now this first knot is the most difficult. So after you've got the right hand side pulled through the loop, you can just kind of pull your ends together. And just kind of get it tight up against the buckle. And you can always just remeasure that against your ruler if you would like, just to make sure that the buckle didn't move. And in our case, it looks like it did move a little. So we're just going to pull a little slack out and get that readjusted. Okay, so once you get that first knot, you really don't have to worry about that buckle moving anymore. Okay, so on the first knot we started with the left hand side, if you remember, and a lot of people will tell you to alternate left, right, left, right, left, right. For me, I always find myself forgetting which one I just did. And so what I found, it's easier for me, when you finish a knot, you'll see that one side is going to be coming out of the bottom of the knot and the other side is going to kind of be coming out of the top. As you can see here, the right hand side is coming out of the top. And so the top is always the one you want to start with. So in this case, it's coming out of the top on the right hand side. So we're going to take our right hand strand, go under the center strands, and then over the left hand side and make our loop over here. Now we want to take the left hand side and pull it through. And then just tighten up the knot. Again, you'll see now we're coming out of the top on this side. So we're going to go under our center strands, over the right hand side, take the right hand side and pull it through the loop. And then tighten up the knot. Now the right hand side is coming out the top, so we're going to take it under the center, over the left hand side, and take the left hand side, pull it through the loop. Now the left hand side is coming out the top, so we'll go under the center, over top of the right hand side. Then we'll take our right hand side and pull it through our loop. Then tighten up the knot. And you should be able to see your bracelet kind of starting to take shape now. You can always kind of grab the center strands and push up a little bit and keep tightening this to kind of make it a more compact bracelet, or compact the paracord there together. And we're going to continue doing that down the strand, always alternating with the side that, starting with the side that comes out of the top of the knot. We'll continue down the strand, and I'll just pause the video and pick back up when we get to the end. Okay, so now we've just got a few knots left here, so we'll just finish those up same way we have been, only the loops now are beginning to get a little smaller and a little more difficult to work with, but sometimes you can slide it up and squeeze in another knot or two. I'm going to try to get one more here. Okay, so that should do it. We're just going to try to pull that tight. So now we've got our bracelet. All the knots finished. And we just need to snip off the ends. And so what you want to do is take your scissors, try to get as close as you can. Just snip those ends off. You want to leave just enough though to make sure there's some material that will melt. Okay, so now we've got our ends snipped off. And we want to take our lighter and just kind of melt the ends of that. And once we get it soft, some people take their fingers. I'll just take the metal of the lighter and kind of mash it down a little into the surrounding cord to keep it from pulling back through. And just be careful not to obviously burn the cord around it. Okay, so once you've got those ends melted and kind of mashed down, it'll enlarge the end of it and keep that from pulling through. And that's it. And now our bracelet is complete and ready to wear. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Check back soon for some more paracord project tutorials. And as always, you can pick up some of our paracord supplies at www.theparacordstore.com.